Hello YouTube, welcome to this next episode. So today I just want to make mention to somebody who I've recently met on Facebook who actually makes knives, and I'm talking about proper working solid sort of everyday bushcraft, outdoor camping, hunting knives. This guy makes some spectacular stuff. I'm a big fan of the bigger knives such as the Tops Tom Brown Tracker, which I own, as well as several other like fairly hefty knives. I've tended to move away from your although I own the Gerber LMF2 and a few others, but I tend to move away from them because yes, they're great blades, but they're not as solid as some of the sort of more hard duty survival knife, outdoor knife type of things. For example, I wouldn't take an LMF2 and baton through some firewood or something like that, because I just know it's not going to hold up to that for very long. This guy, his company name is RMA Knives. I will share these details with everybody. He makes some spectacular kit, and the first one I'm going to actually review, which was the first one which I got from him, is this blade over here. I've actually currently owned two of these blades, with a third on the way, but being the first one, I thought let's just take a look at this animal. This thing, I mean, if you just look at this, I love the leather work and I love leather sheaths for this sort of environment because they're easy enough to repair, fix. It doesn't just fall out, everything sort of sits nicely in place. Happy days. Another thing that's nice about this is with a sheath in place, all you need to do is reach in, push it, and you can draw the knife out. But before we get into the knife, the leather work on these sheaths is actually very good. The stitching, everything really nice, very great work. I really enjoy the stuff that he's doing. Now, my overall impressions of these knives, like this specific, the other one, the next one I'm going to review, you wouldn't even know was homemade, but this is a unique blade. I've never seen or owned a blade quite like this. The telling factor on this is how thick the steel is. So this is 5mm thick N690 steel that's been heat treated properly, and actually just it's a really well made knife. I like it. What I do enjoy is this knife, you've got some sort of gripping over here. It's very comfortable for slicing. You would also very easily be able to baton on this because of its standoff over here, hitting down over here, chopping through some wood. He does also include a small glass breaker over here. Nice wooden scales on this knife. It just really looks really cool, and I kind of like the two-tone that he's done with the steel, where he's obviously sanded this smooth, but only to that point. The rest of the blade still has the black sort of, it's not paint. I don't know the whole process that he uses, but it's a blackened blade, and it's sort of a protective coating that he puts on them. The blade comes relatively sharp as well. You'd be able to process game with this. You'd be able to do a lot of work with this. But the first task I'm going to put this knife to is actually to chop some firewood, baton through some firewood, and we're going to see how it holds up. I don't foresee any issues with it, but in upcoming reviews we'll talk more about it. So RMA Knives, keep them coming. These are brilliant blades for the money. The price range is really good in comparison to similar sort of knives from other brands that have been imported. And yeah, sure, nearly lost a foot there, but nice. This knife, although it's quite a thick piece of steel, is actually quite light, and I would actually consider it an EDC if I was to scout mount the pouch or mount it up front or something like that. Really cool. Looking forward to seeing some more of these. Keep them coming, and watch out on the channel for the next episode. We'll be reviewing another one of these RMA knives, a slightly different design, but still a great piece of kit. And until next time, cheers everybody.